how's it going? How are we doing? TGIF, eh? Oh, hi. Hi, Sue. Today we will be making piroshki. Now, that being said, what did you do? What did you do, Soup? Hello, Branko. Hello, Root. Hello, Ninja. Hello, Andre. Ah, well, you can save it and then make it with other stuff tomorrow or, you know, in the next couple of days. It's not that big of a mistake. Yeah, Miller. Now, tonight we're going to be attempting to make piroshki. I will probably make two kinds. I will make with half of them with cabbage and half of them with meat, just to show you the variety. That being said, the last time I made piroshki, I was like 15 and under my grandma's supervision, so we'll see how that goes. Yes, variety. I particularly dislike having to deal with yeast when making dough, but that's the case where we have to deal with it, so God help us. It is Eastern European, yes. Could be Russian, could be Ukrainian, could be whatever you want it to be. Hi, Cameo. So we will be making piroshki with cabbage and with meat. Oh my god. Hey, thank you, Raven. Assuming I am capable of actually making it happen. But so far, we've succeeded at everything I had to make except for the cake. But you know, now I'm starting to think that if I wasn't drunk while I was making the cake, I would have probably done better. You know what, Jordan? Might be. Because essentially it's not very different from empanadas. But yeah, so just to cue in, I do have something that I've prepared off stream simply because I had to sit for 2 hours. So this is called a pata, and this is basically yeast with warm water, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of flour. So I made this almost 2 hours ago. Stinks and has air bubbles and looks pretty much like it's supposed to look. So this is our starter. It's literally, as I said, just half a packet of yeast, half a cup of warm water, and 100 grams of flour, and like a tiny little bit of sugar. Yep, that's a ring. Fair, Miller. It was tasty though, so like I'm not complaining. Hello, Arachna. You guys are crazy. Okay, so now God help me remember, what am I supposed to do here? Pretty sure I have to make more yeast. I watched the tutorial. So I'm gonna use the rest. I use only half a packet. Now I'm gonna use the rest half a packet. So first and foremost, we're gonna make some dough so we can sit while we're making the rest of the stuff, and the rest of the stuff is what goes inside. gonna put half a cup of water, warm water in there. So yeast is technically alive, or I guess not technically, which means that you can't use water that's too hot. They don't pour boiling water in there because it will kill the bacteria and defeat the purpose. So what you want is you want warm water. You don't want hot water. And then you want to kind of gently mix it and let it sit for 5 minutes. Cheers, Paula Markish. No, this is not pierogi, this is piroshki. Very different thing. Pierogi is basically ravioli. Piroshki is like little baby pies, you understand? Get off the spoon, stupid bacteria. I mean, I guess I could, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna let this sit for a sec. My phone. Did I play good music to the yeast? No. I think it'll be alright without music. My hair. I'm gonna take a tiny little itsy bitsy of sugar just to give it something to eat. It has to eat, you see. And so now we're just letting it sit in the water. Hello, Cypher. So wait, I missed this. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, that, and then what? Just pour it in there or something? Anyway, so while this is activating, we're going to mix what we have here after letting it sit for 2 hours. It's looking pretty good. And then we need to melt some of this butter. Convert 35 grams into ounces. So about this much. Woo! Okay, it's pretty soft. I had left it out, hoping for it to melt. It's not fully melted, but let me see what I can do. Yeast likes chilled beets, yeah. Yes, it is very much alive, Cameo, which is why it raises, because as a bacteria it procreates. Does that mean that it's TOS? Can I have yeast on Twitch? Let me see. How are we doing? Wheat is slowly melting. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This can be mixed in. So I mixed in some butter. And then we're gonna crack an egg. And we're gonna, you know, whisk it a little bit. So this recipe calls for the 3/4 of an egg to be poured in and then a little bit left over for later. So I'm gonna try to do that. Kind of difficult to measure, but you know, we got that. I'm gonna pick a towel. A fungus? Yeah, whatever. The point is it's having sex. No, but you know what I'm saying. It's alive. Alright, what else? What else? A little bit of salt. Okay. I can't really get it to a single consistency, but it doesn't say that I have to, so we got that. And then I'm gonna add flour, I suppose. How much flour, you ask? 200 grams flour. Let's see. Where the hell is my thing? Is it grams? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Good, good, good. Ow. That's 169. Thank you. Hang on. It's an operation over here. All right. That's good for now. Thank you, T. Nicholson, for continuing your sub. Hello, Rickist. So we're adding 200 grams of flour into here. Pouring out some more of this guy. Thank you, Les. Oh, thank you, T. Nicholson. Woo! Thank you. A little bit more. I know the consistency I need to get to, and so I know that I need to add a little bit more flour, but not by much, because here it is. We got there. Gonna add slightly bit more sugar. Mix it in. There's nothing on top of them, there's stuff inside them. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Shindy. Hey, Heck Train. Woo! Good morning. How's it going? So, okay. Did you see pictures of dumpsters with yeasty dough thrown out? It's pretty intense. Okay, so now, thank you, Miller. Now we're going to cover it back up and let it rest. With the yeasty dough, it's all about letting it rest all the friggin' time, which is why I don't like working with it. Thank you, Dennis. But I do like piroshki, so I'm hoping I can make this nice. So I'm covering it with plastic and then with a towel, and I'm just gonna let it sit and breathe or whatever. So now, this over here. This is trash. We shall start preparing the inside of it. Hi, Cardozer. I'm making piroshki. Thank you. Hang on. We're going to dice up some cabbage. I need a bigger knife. Thank you, Dennis. Boom. Big knife. Thanks, Sue. Right in my face. Right in my face. We gotta make it like pretty thin. So I'm gonna take my time dicing it up. Yep. You made me into a potato. Let me rinse this. So much like when I was dicing it up for pierogi, for vareniki, you just, basically we're gonna cook it, right, before we put it inside the piroshki. So whatever is left over, I'm just gonna save separately and just have it as a meal for lunch tomorrow. Thank you, guys. I do love me potato. Kind of, yeah. It's basically like an empanada, but a Ukrainian version. Or I guess Eastern European rather, because piroshki are very common throughout Eastern European countries. It's not just a Ukrainian thing, but I already have. I might do it again. But I have made chicken Kiev in summer, I think. No, yeah, it's a food. Alright, hang on. Before I continue with dicing the cabbage, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dice up the onion and the carrot, because I have to give them a fry first before I add the cabbage. And then I'm gonna keep dicing cabbage. I just don't have enough space for it right now, but we'll handle it. We will handle it. There we go. Have chain success! Woo! Thank you guys. I personally don't play chess, but that is true. There are a lot of chess players in Ukraine. It's just been popular for a very long time. I don't know why specifically that, but chess has been popular for a very long time in Ukraine and like all over the former Soviet Union. And both of my grandparents, both my grandpas specifically, played chess pretty seriously. My maternal grandfather, I think, was even the grandmaster or whatever. I never picked it up because when I was like 7, my grandpa would play with me, and I would always lose, and he'd always be very mean about it. Yeah, probably. Doesn't bother me that much. Start working on the stuffing, which is going to be cabbage and onion and carrot. Thank you, Hype. fair point. How you doing, Hype? Cabbage. Is it cabbage? Started the onion, and now we're going to add a carrot to it. The carrot I'm going to grate on a big grater, on the large size. Hello. You know, this grater used to have a handle, but it has fallen off since. Wow, Hype. Wow. I see how it is. It's alright. If you don't mind large chunks of carrot, then you know, like, it's up to you. I mind them. Alright, so now I can cut more cabbage. Some people actually grate even the cabbage. I personally find it pointless because you can just cut it pretty small and get pretty much the same result. I don't know if you can see, but I'm kind of cutting it pretty slim. Hang on, dude, Corey. No problem. Hi, Smeg. So now that the carrot and the onions got a little golden, I'm going to get the cabbage in there. It's a lot of cabbage, but it'll cook down, so it doesn't really matter. Just cover it up for a moment and let it cook down ever so slightly before I can continue working with it. I shop once a week. I go get groceries on Mondays or Tuesdays usually, and I get enough groceries for a whole week. And I cook. Usually I cook every meal. I usually get a couple of things that are fast and easy, like pierogi or something. If I don't have time to cook a meal, I'll just toss that in the boiling water and have something in 10 minutes. But usually I try to do either meat or fish and some kind of a vegetable as a side. Sometimes cauliflower, sometimes Brussels sprouts, sometimes broccoli, sometimes potato. Yeah, it's pretty much. I see hype. I mean, that's a fair amount of time. The easiest thing you can do really is, like for my vegetables, most of the time I'll just chop them up, put them on a baking sheet and toss them in the oven for like 30-40 minutes. You know, with some garlic and maybe some lemon drizzle. Usually it's very fast and easy, like in terms of prep, and comes out delicious. And then meat, if it's steak, it'll go on the grill. If it's ground meat, I'll make it with seasoning, kind of like this, in a skillet. If it's chicken, I'll usually bake it in the oven as well. If it's fish, I'll usually bake it in the oven. So it just depends on what you're making. Generally speaking, if you're not trying to make anything fancy, the prep shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, and obviously the cooking time is like another half an hour or so. So now it cooked down. So what we're going to do is we're going to salt it. When you make the stuffing for piroshki, you kind of want the stuffing intentionally to be a little bit saltier than if you just ate it by itself, because you want it to offset the dough as well, because the dough is going to be pretty plain, right? And we're also going to add some garlic dust. What else? pretty much any kind of meat or vegetable as well. Yeah, honestly, it's a lot more comfortable and convenient to have everything in the cabinet, because then every time I need something, and when it's all in the cabinet, I have to get everything out and find the one I need. When it comes to a slide out rack like that, I can see all of them at once, and they're all alphabetically organized. So, like, I know kind of where to look, you know? So now that it got a little goldened and got a little fried, if you will, we're gonna pop open a thing of chicken broth. Again, chicken broth is just my own thing. The recipe itself does not call for it, but it does make it a lot tastier. So we're gonna pour a little bit in. Just enough to have it kind of sauteing as opposed to frying, right? So usually for this size of skillet and for this much cabbage, it takes about half of this chicken broth, a little bit less than that, I guess. Okay, so now that it's all ever so slightly submerged, I'm just going to let it simmer. Cover it with a pot lid. I mean, you can do a beef bone broth as well. I just find that chicken broth is less fatty, so like it still comes out like less greasy, I guess. Hi, Worst. Depends, Worst. In some cases I am, and some, like, depends on what we're talking about. Like, my spices are all alphabetized, but I don't know. I wouldn't really call myself that crazy in terms of organization. Let me check on our dough here. Ooh, it's rising. He has risen. What I want to know, what I really want to know. I don't have a single label maker. Yeah. Alright, so while that's happening, I'm going to dice up the other half of this onion, because we're also going to make a little bit, just a little bit of meat stuffing as well. So I can make a couple of those piroshki too and show you how it's done. Generally speaking, piroshki can be made literally with anything. You can make them with cabbage, potato, mushrooms, meat, eggs. You can make them with cherries, with apples, with, I don't know, apricot, like whatever, you know? Like, this same dough works for pretty much any kind of piroshki. And it only really is limited by your fantasy. You can make them with whatever you want. Granted, some things will taste better than others. You know, but generally speaking, you can do whatever you want. I've never tried piroshki with durian, but you know, make it and tell me how it goes. really considering that height, but I figured I'd make them proper to show you. You know, but I was heavily considering that. In any case, we gotta make sure we keep an eye on this because we don't want it to burn. So we want to make sure that we cook it just enough time for it to become less liquidy, but not enough for it to start burning. And so what's happening is we're cooking it instead of water. Normally you would do that with water, but I do it with chicken broth, and because of that, it becomes also chickeny and tasty. I've only had durian once when I was in Thailand, and I never gotten to smell it when it goes bad, but I have heard that it's pretty vile. So again, we're doing this stuff on a bit of a tighter timeline than we should, because generally speaking, when you're working with yeast, you kind of want to let it sit for a whole while. This recipe specifically, you had to let it sit for 2 hours for a para, which is, I did that. I had the starter sit for 2 hours, and then the dough now is supposed to sit for another hour and a half to 2 hours. That's not really gonna happen. It'll maybe sit for an hour before we start making them, but should be enough. This cabbage is looking fantastic. Where is, here it is. I have a quarter cabinet here, I don't know if you can see, but this door bends. And it's a big, deep cabinet with a lazy Susan inside, and I love it. Sounds like a lot hype. Probably. Oh, wanna see something fun? I made guacamole a couple of weeks ago, and I saved the pit, and I set it in the wet paper towel. And check it out. Ugh, if I can get it out of there. Maybe not. Fat little fingers. Alright, there we go. Look, it's got 2 baby roots, and if you look closely in between, it's got a little green starter in there. It's gonna be an avocado tree. Well, it's gonna take some years before that thing becomes an actual avocado tree and grows avocados, but you know, it's kind of satisfying to just grow stuff by yourself from nothing. My green garden over there is already pretty substantial. I've already used some fresh dill and some fresh parsley. Maybe I'll use some fresh dill today. We'll see. We'll see. And then remember the babies that I have grown myself from nothing? Look at them. Look at them. Oh, how pretty. Why? Because of the onions? Mando, after the past month and a half, I'm dead inside. The onions don't bother me anymore. Alright. The cabbage is almost there. Just a little longer. So I suppose we could go ahead and grab, what is it, 1 and 2. Look, I grew it myself from a seed, and now it's a whole ass dill. Look! It's fine. They're enrolling, and they will start attending once the spring break is over. So, not this Monday, but following Monday. We'll see how that goes, because, you know, English and all that, but... like, there's no fresher dill that can be had in a meal than this. Like, this is literally straight off the plant. Oh, it looks so nice. It's gonna be so tasty. So tasty. Good as new, and now we're gonna make some meats.
I'm the meat chef.
Yes, I am the meat chef. Which plants? No. Like, if the stem is really thick, then I won't use it, but this is a tiny little branch, so I'll just cut it up and use it as well. Thank you, Hype. Alright, so I'm only going to use about half a pound of grass-fed Angus beef. Ground. We'll do onion first. I always like to give onion a little fry. It was fed with grass before it died, you see. Hi. No, it has it has like its own light. Not yet. I don't need to cut anything else, do I? No. I've made pasta bolognese from scratch, like including the sauce. Past summer. Actually, I'm still sitting on the video from that, so I have to edit it into a highlight and post it up on my YouTube channel. I'm already a crazy aunt. What do you mean? Haven't you heard about my niece and nephew? The meats. On my Discord, hello. I like all of them, except for cars. I don't care for cars. I think chat and nonsense and cooking I check the most often though. So you want to like keep kind of breaking it up and mix it up with the onion. The best part is that whatever's left over and does not fit in the piroshki, I'm just gonna combine tomorrow and just eat as is, and it's gonna be delicious. and let it cook a little bit. And then we're gonna add an egg and mix it up too. I do, but it hasn't grown enough yet. The ones that have grown enough so far are the dill, the parsley, and the basil. The ones I can already use, kind of. You can add a boiled egg, or you can just add an egg and scramble it with the meat, which is what I do. So, no, I have not, Mendo. Literally nothing hype. I have to turn it on in the morning and off at night, and then I have to add water periodically. Like about once a week or so. Yeah, that's what I have, Panda. It's a hydroponic garden. I have really big parsley, basil, and dill. Dill probably the biggest. I have a sizable plant of cherry tomato, but so far no tomatoes. And then I have a tiny rosemary and a couple of other tiny ones. I forget which they are. Which ones they are. Oh, wow. That sounds intense, Dennis. Wow, Vander. Okay, so the beef is pretty much cooked because it's, you know, brown, so there's not much to it. We're gonna break an egg in there and just scramble it with the meat. Some people even add an egg to the cabbage one. I personally don't. I don't think it's necessary. Now this is the point at which if I wanted to be really evil, I would add some da bomb to that. Da bomb. I'm not gonna add any. I don't want to eat these, you know. Alright, so we're going to turn this off. Our dough has been resting for about 40 minutes at this point. And it is rising pretty well. So I think we're doing good. We have our cabbage. Need to let it cool down so we can actually work with it. I'm gonna spread it out in this thing a bit. And then we have our meat. With onions and egg and some spices. Should I add more dill to it too? I guess I will. Just a little bit. I'm gonna take off this ring before I lose it in the dough and bake it into a pie. It's really not, because once you mix it, it becomes less airy. It's a very living dough, though. Dough. Dough. I don't know. Theoretically speaking, if I fuck with it long enough, it will stop sticking. But, so far, it's pretty sticky. I said long enough. Okay, I think I feel safe getting it out of there. It's not bad, actually. See? Ugh. Ah, god damn. Yeah. Dough, like, that's part of the reason why I don't love baking, is because I really don't love the whole dough situation. You know what? People know better than to call me, because I don't like talking on the phone. Oh my god. Stop sticking, you piece of shit. Ugh. This is intense. Yeah, I hate stuff that sticks to my fingers like that as well, so I feel you, hype. Well, it's supposed to start fucking firming eventually. Eat that dough, bitch. I mean, flour. But yeah, that's an oldie vendor. I need more flour. Help. Okay, go to sleep, Flea. think I'm getting somewhere. Starting to stop. Boom. There you go. Hey, I will win, okay? I have no doubt in my mind that I will win. It's just a matter of... This is a living, breathing organism, you see. I'm fighting a living being, which is yeast. Yeah, I'm fighting a colony. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. I have a YouTube channel, and I do post my cooking stream highlights in there. Actually, we're gonna add a little bit more to this one. I win. Hello, things are going all right. Oh, wow. So what are you saying? There used to be a cooking category? Or there is a cooking category? I have flea block. A couple of weeks ago I made monastery hot cake. Oh, we can try to switch to that, I guess. If you think we need to, it'll be better. No, flea block. Nobody puts as much sugar in their desserts as Americans. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll see if that does anything for us. Fair point. Hype. Ooh. I mean, I've been to the Outback Steakhouse, but I'm guessing that's not really a proper Aussie restaurant. So, no. Alright. So we got these dough balls. Okay. That we're going to now turn into little baby pies. But first I need a baking sheet, probably two actually, and parchment paper. So, basically you just kind of spread it out like this with your fingers, yeah, and then you take a nice spoonful of stuff, and then you get it all pinched together. At the very least, it's very sticky, so it should not give me issues closing up. And you want to pinch it closed really well. Making sure that it doesn't open while cooking, which is difficult because it's sticking to my fingers instead of to itself. Okay, there we go. So, you get this kind of shape, and then you just put it on the baking sheet on some parchment paper, and hope that it comes out. I mean, usually you want to wet your hands to seal the dough, but this dough specifically, the yeasty dough, is fucking different, so I don't know, man. We'll find out. Okay. Like, does not hold shape. I miss my cookies. That was easier. Alright. Got a spoonful of stuff. I'm going to pinch it together. Shape it up a little bit. Pinch it some more. Okay. Getting a hang of it. Boom. Getting a hang of it. Alright, what was the fucking... Hang on 1 second. Convert to 120 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit. Okay. We've got to heat up the oven. Hi, Toast. This stuff is what we prepared for the stuffing. So it's currently I'm making cabbage, or I have made 2 with cabbage. I'm gonna make 3 more with cabbage, and then the rest with meat. So again, we want to pinch those mofos closed. Make sure they don't open up, or at least try to make sure they don't open up. I don't know. If they do, that's on them. This one opened up on the other side. Hang on. I'm gonna make it a little band-aid. They're probably not going to be pretty, but they should be tasty. So it's cabbage, carrot, onion, and some chicken broth and some spices is what we made for the stuffing. And then the second stuffing for the other piroshki is ground beef with egg and onion and some spices as well. Well, you know, I like it when my stuff looks pretty too, not just tastes pretty, but it's alright. They can't all be beauties. Some of them have to be beasts. You know? Such is life. Basically, yes. So for Vareniki, I think I also added tomato paste. I might be wrong, but I think I did. Let me see how much meat I actually have. So we're gonna make some meat ones now, but I might not have enough meat for 5 of them, so we'll see. I mean, generally speaking, there are many different variations of what you can do for your stuffing for Vareniki or piroshki or anything. So it all depends on your personal preference. I'm just making them the way my grandma did. Okay, I'm starting to get a hang of it, folks. I'm starting to get a hang of it. We got this. So people that like are actually good at doing this and make piroshki regularly, they can also make it look different, different shapes and different whatnot. So you can, like my grandma did them a little bit, shaped a little bit different, so that just looking at them you could kind of tell like which ones have what stuffing. Like she could make a different looking top or whatever, right? Now, I am not quite that cool, so I'm just gonna split them into 2 different baking sheets and then kind of try to keep track of them. What, to the grandma level of cooking or what level of cooking? There's also an easier version of piroshki. So this one is with the yeasty dough and made in the oven. And it is honestly the proper version. You can also make them in the skillet with not the yeasty dough and make it a lot easier, but they're not bad, but they come out quite greasy and I don't know, a lot less cool than these. These come out tastier. Look, they're starting to make sense. I just need to get a swing of it, and now I did, and now they're looking good. That's all, just a little bit of practice. There's gonna be some big mofos. I mean, you just have to be used to working with dough, really, to be able to make different designs, and it isn't that difficult once you like have that experience, you know? I personally struggle with dough. As I said, I'm not a baker. Oops, sorry. Sorry, boo. I love cooking, but I don't love working with dough. So, you know. That being said, the cookie dough that I made for piroshki last Friday was not like any other dough I've ever worked with. It was a pleasure. It wasn't sticky. It was easily shaped. It held the shape. It was beautiful. Very satisfying dough. Not like this shit. But the yeasty dough does make for a very like airy and like pleasant textured bread. So, you know. There are advantages to it. Mostly in flavor and texture. Okay. Ugh. So I'm gonna wash my hands. It is not the easiest to wash off, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy cleaning the kitchen after I cook either, but I don't mind cleaning as much as I mind doing the dishes. Alright, so we got that. All we need to do now is find the bowl. Done. Well, we're gonna have to use the fingers. So these are the cabbage ones. And what we're gonna do now is take some of this egg, which is not that much, and just put a little bit of it on top of the piroshki. It's not gonna be enough egg, I'm gonna need more egg. Hang on. Well, you can make some piroshki hype if you want to. A little bit of egg. Ooh, that was a lot of egg. Which is why it's a little bit better to do with a brush, because you can control better the amount of it. But you know. And I'm going to put the same little bit of egg on the meat ones on top. Looks about right. And the oven's almost good to go. So, perfect timing. So this is what it looks like. This is what the meat ones look like. Thank you for the raid, Jessica. Yeah.
Triple humming is something I haven't tried.
So the remaining meat, I'm just gonna dump into the cabbage. And that's gonna be my lunch tomorrow. What happened? Hey, thank you, Levine, for continuing your sub. So, this is the remaining cabbage with the meat. I'm just gonna save it and have it for lunch tomorrow, and it's gonna be delicious. Okay, the oven is preheated. So we're going to pop these in. Hang on. Going to set a timer for 15 minutes. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, hang on, my sister. freezing. Damn. Boom. Clean. Yeah, cabbage and soup is good. No, I figured. Hi, Scott Stotts. Vareniki are like really delicious and really awesome when you make them yourself, but they're such a bitch to make that it's almost not worth it. Like, it's almost worth it to just buy the store-bought ones, even though they're a lot worse, just because of how high effort it is to make them. Although, again, I feel like if you were to make them regularly, you would eventually get to the point where you could just do it while watching TV. You know, kind of like on a autopilot. So I'm not huge in baking, but I'm learning. I've baked a bunch of times already on stream. I do love cooking though. Jessica. What, cooking? I mean cleaning? But I like it when it's clean. I'm not doing the dishes, I tell you that. Alright, let me see. Oh, they're looking so good! So good! A little ugly, but probably delicious. Ooh, what we got here? Oh my god, stop it. Yeah. How do I decide what to order? Sometimes I'll ask what's good. Sometimes I'll just see what things are made out of and see, you know, which ingredients I like the most. Or just, you know, I don't know. Like, depending on what's in the dish, I guess, is the most common way. I can yell at you if you want, huh? I'm not gonna come to your place, but I can yell at you from the distance. No, I try to, you know, I try to get something new at a new restaurant. Except if it's an Italian restaurant. If it's an Italian restaurant, I always get bolognese. Yeah, that's the case with a lot of dishes, Cordozer. Like, there's no doubt that stuff you made yourself is gonna be like so much better than store-bought. But in some cases, when you have to make it for 8 hours, it's just easier to buy it. No, I'm not a wine expert at all. I generally speaking usually opt for Chardonnay. I had a bit of a phase when I had rosé a lot. I've never been a fan of the red wine at all. But I also don't drink very much because I'm a lightweight. So if I do have an alcoholic beverage, it's likely going to be a beer. But generally speaking, I'll just get soda water. Well, yeah, generally speaking, you want to pair red wine with red meat and white wine with bird and fish. I know that rule, but I'm not a wine expert, so... Fish and bird. Well, yeah, I guess white meat. Fair, Cardozer. When I make borscht, I make my own bone broth. Yeah, I usually drink beer too. If I drink. I only drink wine if I'm intending to get wrecked, you know? Like, if I want to, like, specifically get drunk and party, I'll go for wine. Gets the job done very fast. I mean, you gotta specify. I'm decent at stir fries. I have made sushi many times. What specifically? minutes. I am Ukrainian, so a lot of the stuff I make specifically on stream is Ukrainian cuisine. Because it's fun for me to acquaint people with it. If you get good fish, why would you get fish? Why would you get food poisoning? Just go to Whole Foods and get sushi grade fish. Europe. Why not hype? Nobody's talking shit about skinny jeans. I mean, these are not skinny. These, by the way, are called boyfriend jeans. Woo! Don't fall. Because they're not super skinny. And they look kind of like they're big on me. But they're not. Yeah, pilaf, technically, I guess, could be considered an Asian dish. I'm making a Ukrainian version of it normally, though. Oh, really? You don't have sour cream? That's pretty crazy. No, it's not my boyfriend's jeans. These jeans are cold boyfriend jeans. This specific model. That's weird. I thought sour cream is kind of a thing everywhere. mean, look. If my boyfriend had hips like that. Pretty well, Scott Stotts. As I said, I'm from Ukraine. But did you see how cute my bar stools are? They're actually comfy. They got gold legs to match everything, all the handles and stuff in the kitchen. And the vegan leather itself matches my couch over there in the living room. Very comfy. Can I kick in these jeans? Yeah? Right in the face. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. I didn't want to buy bar stools that I was not going to actually sit in. So I bought these, and they have a low back, but it's like big enough to support the lumbar or whatever. So they're actually comfy. Thank you, Raven. Alright, let's see. Woo. Let's see my babies. How my babies doing? Ooh, they look delicious, but they need a couple more minutes for sure. Ugh. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Yeah, the handles and just accent stuff is gold.
Bustin' makes me feel good.
Thank you, Toast. Me too. Oh no. Not the jeans. Ah. Thank you, Hype. Okay. Nice. Thank you, Les. Hype train. Well, unlike most people, I was actually trying to gain weight in lockdown because I was underweight at the beginning of 2020. And I succeeded. Thank you, Hype. We already did some Joe Guesser cameo. Now I'm just waiting a couple more minutes for the piroshki. Hang on, I gotta put some lotion on my hands because they're dry as fuck. I feel better. fortunately or unfortunately, I have 6 people to cook for in total. At least currently. Hello. Yeah, that's another thing that I don't like about working with dough is that it like saps all the moisture from your hands and then they feel dry. Look at how much space I have in this kitchen. I love it. That's weird. Dang it, that still gives me PTSD. Geography is a mandatory class. Middle school through halfway through high school, I guess. In Ukraine. Thank you, Cameo. A little longer, a little longer. I play guitar and I do sing, but I'm self-taught. They already had dinner. Oh God. You're scaring me, mister. They're very close, but they're not quite the right color yet. Nice. I know like 7 chords and can do this. That's what I mean by playing guitar. It's enough to sing to, you know. Butter hot tub stream? Yo, what's that? I am making piroshki, which is Ukrainian, Eastern European version of empanada, I guess. It's like a small little baby pie with stuffing. And in my case, I am making some cabbage piroshki and then some meat piroshki. They're pretty good. They're pretty annoying to make, just because of the yeast, but they're pretty good. Just a couple more minutes, come on! Oh no, we missed the train. I usually do... It's a Russian band called Melnitsa, which translates to the mill. I play their songs, they're folk. I'm not even sure what that entails, I've never actually watched it. That sounds kind of awful, Cameo, but it's probably good for your skin, so you know what? I'm not gonna judge. Сережа сбрил брови сыну, зачем, не объяснив причину. Сережа хватает бритву, хватает сына и бреет брови ему. That's Valentin Stricolo. Yeah. Зачем хотеть чего-то так сильно, ждать чего-то так сильно? I forget. I don't remember all the lyrics. Where the lyrics are: Serozha shaved the eyebrows of his son without explaining the reason. Serozha grabbed the razor, grabbed his son, and shaved his brows. Stricolo is like a absurd comedy singer. Uh-huh. Again, it's an absurd comedy singer, so eyebrows. Actually, the quickest way to look subhuman is to shave your eyebrows. It looks horrible. Alright. Come on! I want to eat ya! I mean, it's gotta be ready, yeah? I think it's gotta be ready. Because the recipe said 15 minutes, and they've been in there for like 20 something.
Alright, boys, now watch how this is done. The key is to put it all in your groin and your back. Take your legs totally out of the equation. Lift with your lower back in a jerking, twisting motion.
Jerking, twisting motion. Alright. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna cut it open and hopefully it's ready. Yeah, hang on, let me take a picture of it first. Gotta take a picture. It'll last longer. You know? Woo! It is beautiful. Looks ready to me. Here, let me turn it to the light. Okay. This is what it looks like. This is the one with meat. And this is the one with cabbage. Ah, it's hot. There you go. You got the ones with cabbage and the ones with meat. We're gonna give them a try. Yes. Oh, it's really hot. It's really yummy. Yeah, it's really hot, but it's really yummy. No, he's gonna ruin my eyebrows, isn't he? You know what, Hype? Not normally, but you probably could. The bread is very soft and airy and has like a crunchy top. You can follow the recipe and make them. It's yummy though. Mmm. Really hot. It has like a flaky crust and then a very soft bread inside. I scrambled an egg into the meat. And then putting a little bit of egg on top of it, like with a brush, but I put it with my fingers. That's horrible, Jessica. Brushing a little bit of raw egg on top of it makes that, like, you know, more tan top. Basically. Now we're gonna try one with the cabbage. Cheers, camera. Mmm. Cabbage piroshki are my favorite, and there's a reason. This is the shit. Alright. If you so desire, here, feast your eyes upon this nightmare. Can't really see. There you go. No, I just like cabbage. But cabbage is like very thank you. Cabbage is like very juicy and savory, which is what makes it like goes well with dough, because the dough is usually pretty plain and the cabbage gives it like that. No, I still have some. This is the fry. Those are not even space buns. Yummy. Cheers, Cameo. Cheers, hype. I can't wait for the Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know, Indy, what? That's a good one. Beyonce. Yes. Well, as soon as Hogwarts Legacy comes out, that's all we're gonna do until I 100% it, you know? I could. I actually do have a Harry Potter cookbook somewhere. Or just British cuisine. I don't know about that one, Miller. In any case, the piroshki are a success. They were a little bit annoying to make, not gonna lie. Mostly just because the yeast is annoying to work with, and dough in general is annoying to work with. But, you know, they came out delicious, so I'm not complaining. And I have a couple of them in the oven still. The problem is that now there's a lot of people that will want them, so I doubt I'm gonna get much more than what I have. Thank you, Hype. Yeah. Can he hype? I am eventually going to try Dark Souls. I'm gonna suck at it. But guess what? I won't be able to get no hit. But that doesn't put me in a different category from you. I think next week, next Friday, I'm probably going to make draniki, drune. I think they're similar to latke. Some of you might know those. They're basically potato pancakes, but Ukrainian way. I know it's very difficult, and I play games to enjoy them, not to challenge myself, because I can challenge myself in real life without playing games. No, I have not, Soup. We're gonna make that too. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'll announce when I'm gonna be making pushi. That's fine, Hype. Exactly, Cameo. Games are supposed to be fun. But yeah, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, my two favorite foods in the world are potato and sushi. And so here I thought one day, why not make sushi with mashed potato instead of rice? I think it would be delicious, and I think it would combine my two favorite foods into one and be the ultimate favorite food, you know? And I'm gonna call it pushi, you know? Which makes it even more fun. Who won't like to eat pushi, right? All real men like to eat pushi. No, I said I can challenge myself in real life instead of video games,
Bustin' makes me
Jessica.
feel good.
Me too, Jessica. Thank you. You know what, Glenn? People who experiment are the people who make progress and move the world forward. If some motherfucker many thousand years ago was completely content with carrying shit on his shoulders instead of inventing the wheel, we would still be cavemen. My potato sushi idea will move forth the progress in the culinary world. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's not gonna be raw potato, it's gonna be mashed potato, but raw fish. I mean, rice is not raw in sushi. Exactly. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Where are these motherfuckers? Okay, there we go. Alright, folks, we're gonna roll the credits. And we're going to raid my friends on Kenyan Scouters. It is Bam's birthday stream, so go say hi, go cheer him on, and celebrate his birthday with him. Thank you everybody who cheered, subbed, gifted, followed, hung out, chatted. I appreciate you guys. I will not be here tomorrow, but I will be here on Sunday to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on Twitch. So y'all are invited, and I hope you come and hang out. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Cheers, Karloff. Go say hi to Uncanny. Again, it's Ben's birthday stream. And, yeah, lower your volume. Their alerts are very loud. But, yeah, go cheer him on and have a good night.